Hey guys, it is, what did I say? Monday, November 14th. It has been 1 week since I had my gastric bypass Roux-en-y surgery. Everything is doing pretty good. I was pretty late on Monday getting in to actually have surgery, and then they said it took longer than expected to have the surgery itself, and a little while in recovery, and by the time I got back to my room and actually saw my husband, it was sometime around 9 o'clock, and I couldn't keep my eyes open. I would talk to him, and then and talk to him, and yeah. So, everything kind of ended late. It was probably midnight before I got my CPAP, because they had to get a doctor's order, and then they have to have the respiratory therapist come up and set up my CPAP for me. It was so annoying. And I can't sleep without my CPAP at all. I simply can't breathe. So I kept dozing off and waking up, and it was miserable. So my first night was rough. My first official full day after surgery, Tuesday, was pretty rough. That first 24 hours was not happy. I was vomiting all night long. I was having trouble getting fluids down and keeping fluids down. I was in a lot of pain on Tuesday. My stomach felt very raw and everything. Every time I took a sip of water, it just felt raw. I don't even know how better to explain it than that. So Tuesday was rough. My mom came to visit, and I puked while she was there. My husband brought my girls up for a little visit, and that was about all I could take that day. I was not feeling well. I was in a lot of pain. It just plain old sucked. Wednesday, I was feeling better. They told me I was going to be going home. I was meeting my fluid goals, and it would be sometime after noon. As long as I met my goals by noon, I could go home. And 10:30, I think they came in and said, we changed our minds. We'd like you to stay another night. I was so upset. That was the last thing I wanted to do. I just wanted to go home to my bed. I was in pain, and I think it was just the hardness of the hospital bed, because as soon as I got home into my own bed, the back pain went away. If I sat up in the hospital bed, my stomach felt better, but my back hurt. If I laid back in the hospital bed, my back felt better, but my stomach hurt. It was so weird and uncomfortable, and there was no position that felt good. It's really hard to sleep in those hard beds, and their pillows kept deflating, so I had to keep switching pillows out. I was hooked up to a pulse ox and an IV the entire time I was there, so I had to ask permission every time I had to go to the bathroom. I had to call the nurse. They would come in, and then they had to call respiratory and let respiratory know that they were disconnecting the pulse ox so that I could go to the bathroom or go for a walk or whatever it was that I was being taken off for. And then they had to take that off and turn off the alarms. Then they had to unplug my IV from the wall, and I had to bring the pole with me, and they kept that IV in my hand right up until I left. They would not let me get rid of it. So it was this big hoopla every time I had to go pee, which was irritating as crap. I felt stuck to the bed, and I was miserable being stuck to the bed. I could get up and walk for a little bit if I wanted to, but that was it. Or sit in the recliner that they had in there, and that hurt my stomach too, so it wasn't any better to sit in the chair than it was to sit in the bed. So I figured I might as well sit in the bed, because if I'm in the bed, I don't have to call anybody to come help me get to the bed, because I couldn't get up from the chair then. I had to have someone come, at least watch me walk from the chair to the bed, and then rehook all of my stuff back up. It just got, I didn't like being tied down and not being allowed to just get up and use the bathroom. The bed was uncomfortable. I couldn't wait to go home. I was so happy. Thursday when I got home around noon, and I crawled into my own bed and passed out cold for like 3 hours, I think. It was so glorious. It was the best nap ever and best night's sleep ever. It's just been wonderful to be home. Saturday and Sunday were kind of rough for me. I was kind of at the end of the clear liquid only diet and not being able to eat anything for the last week. I mean, I literally hadn't had anything to eat since the Sunday before my surgery when we had gone to Red Lobster. I didn't eat anything after that when we got home, so it had been days and days and days without food, which I wasn't hungry. I still haven't felt hungry at all, but I just felt so weak and tired, and I still feel kind of, but it was just, I just felt weak. I felt tired, and my body wanted to shut down and go to sleep, and I was trying to get up and do things and keep up with the family, and all I wanted to do was to go to bed and sleep and watch TV, and it just sucked, and I was dealing with a lot of head hunger. My stomach, like I said, I haven't felt hungry yet, but in my head it was, I want whatever it is they're eating. I want to eat something, anything, really, because it's been popsicles and Jell-O for days, and you get really sick of that really fast. So it was hard. Finally today, I start the puree diet, so I made some very wet scrambled eggs, which actually went wonderfly. I was thrilled to eat one little egg. It was so good. I'm drinking my protein shake now, and I didn't think a protein shake would ever taste that good in my entire life, but it tastes so flippin' good right now. It's just nice to have something other than popsicles and Jell-O, and I tried to have some chicken broth just to get something salty, because everything tastes way too sweet to me right now. Just everything is sweet. The Gatorade is sweet. Even my Crystal Light iced tea tastes sweet, and it's never tasted sweet before. So just to have something that wasn't sweet, I tried some chicken broth, and it just wasn't. It wasn't good. It wasn't doing it. I didn't even try the vegetable or the beef broth, because I just wasn't. Nope, don't want broth. So I'm very thrilled to be on the puree diet now, and so far everything has went well. The eggs went down perfectly. I had no problems afterwards. I've been drinking this protein shake now, and that's gone wonderfully. I'm able to start taking my vitamins today too. So hopefully between the food, the actual food, the protein that I'm finally getting, and the vitamins, hopefully that'll give me a little bit of a bump of energy, and I can actually get up and do something again, because right now I just kind of want to sleep. But then, I just had a really big surgery, and that's, I suppose, somewhat to be expected. So anyway, just thought I'd give you guys an update, let you know I didn't disappear, didn't die on the table. I'm fine. I'm just really wiped out and haven't felt up to doing much, which was a little, I didn't expect it to be as bad as it has been, but still doing pretty good. So I will talk to you guys later. Please feel free to like and subscribe and share, and I will see you next time. Bye.